Yeah, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and welcome to another episode of My 2 Cents, where I cover non-crypto related topics like pop culture, sports, finance, science, and automotive, and some other stuff all wrapped up in there as well. But it's been a while, people haven't done an episode in a few weeks, so I'm back at it, and today we are going to be looking at some more Tesla drama. Your guy Elon Musk is out there tweaking again on Twitter over the weekend. We're going to take a look at what's going on with that and look at some competition, man, that's going to be hitting the market soon. It's actually already hitting the markets. Jaguar has already launched their EV truck or crossover, whatever you want to call it. A lot of other companies are coming out with theirs. Audi, Porsche. So they've got some real issues, Tesla that is. And maybe Elon is just expressing his frustration on Twitter, and the only way he knows how to. But we'll get into the details of this article out of Zero Hedge in a second here. My song pick for today, I'm just vibing out to some Keek the Sneak. Super hyphy. Shout out to all my Bay Area hustlers and players. I'm on this wave today, people. So that's what we're rocking out to. But hope you guys are doing well. And again, yes, welcome to another episode. Today, man, Tesla over the weekend, Elon Musk was on Twitter again. You would think he would have learned his lessons by now. SEC fined him with over $20 million, I believe, for, falsely making the price of Tesla bump up over allegations or rumors that he tweeted out as fact about being acquired and taken private maybe about 4 or 5 months ago. So now I don't think he's learned his lesson, people. I really don't. He's back on Twitter. This time he is lashing out at everyone from Warren Buffett to Panasonic. I mean, it's just crazy. We're going to take a look at this article out of Zero Hedge right now. It just does not make sense the way he acts, man. I wouldn't, if I were you. I don't know how many of you out there hold Tesla. I would be running away from this stock. This is not financial advice or anything like that. This is just my opinion. Along with how he behaves and conducts himself as a CEO, in conjunction with those numbers that they're not hitting. They've had some very lofty goals as far as production wise goes for the first quarter, or I think for the fourth quarter of 2019, that they're just not going to hit, and sales are definitely going to be impacted in a negative way once all these other companies come out with their EVs. So to me, it's a perfect storm for this stock to just head lower. And so let's look at this article out of Zero Hedge. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video. But it says here, Elon Musk's Twitter meltdown, declares war on Panasonic, Wall Street Journal, and Bloomberg. He's going at everyone. He even went at old Warren Buffett. So it's just, I don't know what's going on with this guy. Maybe he's having a nervous breakdown. I have no clue, people. Article starts off by saying that we don't feel like we would be going out on a limb and taking a guess that Elon Musk's talk with the SEC over an amended settlement agreement, as recently ordered by Judge Allison Nathan, may not be going well, or at the very least, the CEO's antics this weekend on Twitter may have thrown them off the rails, if that hadn't already been. So it says they're just days ahead of Tesla's Investor Autonomy Day and its Q1 earnings report. Elon Musk took to Twitter on Sunday, tweeting for hours on end, and not only lashing out at former ally Panasonic, but also at media outlets including Bloomberg and Wall Street Journal. True to form, it wouldn't be an Elon Musk tweet storm without the CEO offering up material changes to the company's guidance. He wrote on Sunday that Tesla will make more than 500,000 cars in the next 12 months, new guidance that differs from the 500,000 cars produced for 2019 guidance that landed Musk back in the hot water with the SEC a couple of months ago. Man, he loves short squeezing these bears out here in the market, and I don't understand how he's getting away with this. I'm gonna be honest with you. His first tweet says, very much so, there are 2.5 billion cars and trucks on Earth. Even replacing 1% of that fleet would require making 25 million vehicles per year. Tesla will make over 500,000 cars in the next 12 months, but that's a mere 2% of 25 million, or 0.02% of global vehicle fleets. You know, you would think that because he's a publicly traded company, he should not be making these types of projections openly on Twitter. I would think. I don't know. Maybe he can. maybe that's within the rules and guidelines for the SEC, but it doesn't seem right to me, in my opinion. Zero Hedge goes on to say here, issuing unchecked guidance over Twitter is the issue that Musk is currently in the midst of battling the SEC about in court, where the regulator is trying to hold him in contempt for tweeting material information without having it approved by a court-mandated Twitter sitter. Musk also went one iteration further on Twitter, blaming Panasonic's battery cell production capacity for constraining the output of Tesla Model 3 sedans. Musk disputed reports that Panasonic had boosted annualized battery cell production capacities at Tesla's plant to 35 gigawatt hours. In a subsequent tweet, he appeared to try and walk back and clarify his original tweet. Man, here he goes. So he's trying to walk back that. Then it goes on to show here, this guy Tom Randall checks Elon Musk and says here, to be clear, you're saying that Panasonic didn't achieve 35 gigawatt year capacity by the end of March as reported, and that the total Model 3 production in Q1 was limited by cell availability? And then he goes on to say, Elon Musk, that is, says there is 35 gigawatt per year theoretical capacity, but actual max output is 2/3 of that. It was physically impossible to make more Model 3s in Q1 due to cell constraints. The follow-up questions regarding Panasonic's line from CNBC's Lori Colodon seemed to be ignored. Laura went on to ask Mr. Musk, what is incorrect about Tom's tweet? Are you saying Panasonic's installed capacity is not 35 gigawatts per year at GF1? Is Panasonic's output at 24 gigawatts per year? If yes to 3 above, is that enough to hit your low-end 2019 Model 3 deliveries forecast? But I think Musk did not even respond to her. Musk then went on to take shots at Wall Street Journal for relentlessly attacking Tesla and publishing bogus articles for over a decade. Musk also alluded that Wall Street Journal was in bed with the oil and gas industry. And you know what? To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they were. But I feel like Musk is just giving them more ammunition. Like, if he would just show and prove, he wouldn't have to worry about tweeting, arguing with people online, and really giving the opponent, the opposition, that fuel, that fire they have to hang him. Honestly, if he just did his thing and didn't worry about what the opposition was trying to do, I'm sure the oil and gas industry are in bed with most of these media outlets. And has Tesla, kind of gotten it, the short end of the stick in the media over the last decade? Absolutely. It's a technology, it's a company that's disrupting the automotive industry, the big three, and not even big three, even going beyond the big three. Globally, these automakers have been living good off of petrol-based engines. And so, hey, he comes in here and he's switching the game up. But again, if he would just focus on doing his job, making sure his milestones are hit, I think it would just be less for them to stab at him about. This guy, Fred Lampert, on Twitter said, never attribute to malice that which is adequately explained by stupidity. I know big oil is really influential, especially in politics, but I find misleading reporting on Tesla is most often simply due to poor reporting and bad analysis. That's partly why we started electric. He said, I'm sorry, Fred, but Wall Street Journal has relentlessly attacked Tesla with bogus articles for over a decade. They can't all be chalked up to poor reporting. Where are the Wall Street Journal expose pieces on oil, coal, and gas? The industry is 1,000 times bigger than Tesla. Perhaps they're all angels. And then in a later tweet, he called the Wall Street Journal sock puppets of big oil. It goes on to say here, also Musk went off on Bloomberg's Dana Hall, who asked Musk on Twitter how his talks with the SEC were going. Musk acknowledged a Tesla fan's reply, claiming Hall had a 12-step program to stop hating Elon Musk. Musk responded to that Twitter fan by saying, ha ha ha, true. But then a Twitter follower notified Elon that he was actually following Dana Hall from Bloomberg, and he said, embarrassing, will change. So I guess he's going to unfollow her, or already has probably by now. And then finally, among other things, the even widening Musk also took a shot at Warren Buffett for destroying Dairy Queen. What is going? I don't understand what this guy is doing, people. I really do not. And look at the tweet from this guy named Elon says, and he's comparing the projections of production for Q1 of 2020 and the remaining production for 2019. There's a big gap there, and he's saying it doesn't make sense. He says to make sense of Elon Musk's production guidance, you have to believe that Tesla will produce 11,000 cars per week for the rest of 2019, then fall to half that level in Q1 of 2020. So Zero Hedge summarizes here by saying, with the company and the SEC scheduled to present a new settlement agreement about Musk's future communication rules via Twitter on April 18th, Sunday's outburst could make for untimely Exhibit A should the SEC decide to actually do their job and go after him aggressively. We're not optimistic. He's got some balls, man. I don't know why he is continually out here on Twitter blasting off at people, making these production guidance projections. Why? Like, why do this? You know, again, this is an issue with Twitter, but I think personally what's even a bigger issue is the fact that, you know, they've been not hitting their numbers. You know, this article out of Wired kind of talks about that, Tesla's disappointing numbers and how they underperformed in their first quarter of 2019 with production and delivery numbers, pulling that one step back routine after taking 2 steps forward in late 2018. The automaker attributed the discrepancy between vehicle produced and vehicles delivered to its overseas shipping operation. Do you see the common pattern here, people? You see what they always want to blame someone else, right? It's Panasonic for the Model 3, and with the numbers for Q1 of 2019, it's shipping operations and issues with that. They're always blaming someone else. But again, that is not even the worst thing, in my opinion, why people should be running for the hills with this stock. The reason why I think personally, this is just my opinion, the reason why you want to stay away from Tesla is not because they don't make a great product. They do. It's just that they're the only one in this market, in this small niche market. However, we have some competition, and with competition normally comes lower top line. Your revenue normally has to come down a little bit because you have to compete with other individuals in the marketplace. Maybe your output can go higher, but I think they're at max output. They are running on all cylinders over there at Tesla. And with the advent of Porsche, you've got Audi with their e-tron. As I stated at the beginning of the video, Jaguar has a truck out. It's going to be stiff competition, and it's really going to show and give the consumer more options. Once the consumer has more options, they're going to pick those additional options. It's just our human nature. Plus, it'll be something new. We've been on the Tesla for how long now with the Model S? The design to me is kind of getting old. And so, you know, you got sexy looking things like this Porsche Taycan here, which is just beautiful. This thing is going to really, I would go get one of these over at Tesla any day. You know, I might have to do that. So yeah, this is definitely going to make 2020 a very difficult year for Tesla. But you've got some really competitively priced vehicles out there that are coming to the market, man, and it really is going to put a damper on Tesla and what they did. They were pioneers. They made EVs sexy, cool, all that good stuff. But again, I would personally be running for the hills if I were you. So again, you guys let me know your thoughts about Tesla, about Elon Musk rant over the weekend, and their dismal sales from 2019, Q1 of 19, not looking good. And again, I don't think it's going to get any better in my opinion. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell. If you like these My 2 Cents videos, let me know in the comments below. I'll continue to do them. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, of course, outside of crypto. So hey, why not do it, right? It's your boy Crypto Blood, and that's my 2 cents for today. I'm out of here, people. Holla!